I'm going to present the questions related to gravitation, and somewhere it is also taken in the chapter force and motion. If you are comfortable with these questions, then certainly you are prepared for the examination. That's why these questions are very important in the internal exam also, in external examination also, and in the final also. Okay, now let's have the question. Define following terms: gravity, gravitation, Newton's law of gravitation, gravitational constant, acceleration due to gravity, mass, weight, free fall, weightlessness, and air resistance. These are the definitions which are related to this chapter, and one of them certainly comes in different examination. I mean to say, internal also, external also, one or two always asks, or more than two also can be asked in the examination. That's why you have to be very clear about the answer of this question. Newton's law of gravitation, gravitation, these definitions are very important. Okay, now let's have another part. Answer the following question. It has a wide range. The question may be very short also, or short also, a little long also, 1 marks, 2 marks, 3 marks, or maybe of 4 marks. Let's have the question. Write down two factors on which gravitational force between two bodies depends. Do you remember this? They are mass and distance. This is a very simple question. Write down relation between gravitation and mass of the body. You have to go through Newton's law of gravitation and write down the relation between gravitation and distance between two bodies. According to Newton's law of gravitation, gravitational force between any two bodies is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. And state Newton's law of gravitation. The same is asked. According to Newton's law of gravitation, the gravitational force between any two bodies of this universe is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. It was told in previous class. Okay, write down the value of small g and capital G. These two are very important and which are frequently used in numerical problem. That's why you have to remember their value with their unit. Where a body falls with free fall. Where? In the air, in water, in vacuum. You must have very clear idea about this. All these were taught in previous class. You will get the answer from the previous class. Write down the unit of acceleration due to gravity and gravitational constant. The same g and g asked in different way. Unit is asked. Write down one effect due to gravitational force of sun and moon on the ocean of earth. It's very simple, tight, isn't it? Stone of 1 kg and 5 kg masses are dropped from same height at the lunar surface. Which one will reach on the surface first and why? Don't be confused, both of them falls together, but you have to say the region. In the formula G equal to capital G capital M by R square, what do G, M and R represent for? Okay, let's have another set of question. The acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the earth is 9.8 meter per second square. What is its meaning? You have to be very clear about this value. Why we are saying 9.8 meter per second square? You have to explain shortly. Okay, now next, with the help of the given diagram, answer the following question, and this is the diagram. Earth is revolving around the sun, but two positions are highlighted, A and B. And in position A it is near to the sun, and position B it is a little away from the sun. And the question is, in which position among A and B the gravitational force between sun and the earth will be more? Write down with region. I want to give you clue. In position A the gravitational force will be more, but find the region. Okay, next, what was Galileo's experiment of Leaning Tower of Pisa? What was its conclusion? You have to write 2 points. 1 point, what is the experiment? Another point is what? What is its conclusion? Okay, now next, define weight in terms of measurement. Weight means what? The force of attraction of the earth acting on a body is the weight of that body. But here we are not writing same as definition, because we have to write the definition which is told in terms of measurement. Now next, what kind of motion produces on a body when dropped from very great height in air? At the beginning, at the end. Write down with region. You have to give region also. At first, what type of motion it has? It is certainly different than the motion which produces in it at the end when it is about to hit the ground. And these two cases you have to highlight, you have to give region also. Okay, now next, weight of a body on the surface of the earth and moon is shown in the diagram. Answer the following questions with the help of the given diagram. This is the diagram. Weight of the body is taken on the moon, it is 13.6, and the same is weight on the earth, 78.4 Newton. Now question is, describe the region of the variation of weight of the body. Why it is more on the surface of the earth, why it is less on the surface of the moon, you have to write with region. And next question, calculate the mass of the body on the earth. Look at this. This is weight, 78.4 Newton is given. We are using W equal to mg. I want to give you hint. W equal to mg, and you have to calculate what? M, mass, and it comes 8 kilogram. Now next, write down characteristic of gravitation. Okay, now let's have another set of question. Number 18, a diagram is given. In the diagram, two objects are shown, A and B, and they are separated by a distance D. As shown in the figure, two heavenly bodies A and B are separated by a distance D. And what is the question? Name the force between them and define it. Very simple question. What is the force between them? Certainly gravitation, and you have to define gravitation. In which condition? Any two you have to write. The force between them increases. Next question. A heavy body falls faster than the light body. Is this statement true? Give reason. What do you think? Heavy body falls faster. At first, Aristotle told that a heavy body falls faster than that of the light body, but later Galileo told something different than that. That's why you have to remember that and answer this question. Compare gravitational force with Newton's third law of motion and write similarity and dissimilarity. This is very interesting question. Gravitational force you have to compare with Newton's third law of motion. Do you remember what is Newton's third law of motion? To every action there is equal and opposite reaction. In the same way, in gravitational force also, first body attracts second body towards its center, and second body attracts the first body towards opposite to the previous direction, and both the forces are equal. It seems to be similar to Newton's third law of motion, but there is very big difference also. You have to be clear about this. If you cannot, you can ask question in the comment box. Later I will tell you about this also, but try it. If a body is taken to the moon from the earth, what will be the change in its mass and weight? What do you think? Mass changes or weight changes or both changes? Write down with the region. You have to give region also. Mass and weight of a body is taken on the earth and then on the moon. Answer the following questions. Questions are, which device should be used to measure them, and what will be the difference in their value on the earth and on the moon? Write down with region. Which device is used on the earth and the same is used on the moon to measure weight and to measure mass? Okay, get it and write the region. Now let's have another set. Why the gravitational force between the earth and sun does not alter by the presence of moon between them. It's very clear by the question that moon doesn't make any difference to the gravitational force between earth and sun. But the question is why? What is the reason? Okay, next. Why g is a scalar quantity but small g is a vector quantity? Give reason. This is a little genuine question. Okay, let A, B and C are three bodies having equal mass. Look at this diagram. A, B, C, three bodies are shown. All of them have equal mass. And there is additional information also. Distance between A and B is D. And the distance between B and C is also the same, D, equal distance. And the question is, with the help of the information given in the diagram, answer the following question. Which of the given two attracts each other with a weak gravitational force? Write down with region. Whether the attraction between AB or AC or BC, which one is weaker? You have to write reason also. Okay, now next. How many times gravitational force is more or less between A and B and A and C? Very interesting. You have to go through mathematical process and you have to prove that the gravitational force between AB is this many times more than AC, or AC is this many times more than that of the AB. Okay, now try it. Can we make the gravitational force between A and B equal with the gravitational force between A and C by changing their mass? How? Can we make them equal? Gravitational force between AB and AC can be made equal. In this chapter, there are many region questions which can be asked in examination, and that's why I want to make a list of the region question differently. Look at this: a paratrooper lands safely who jumps from an aeroplane. Yes, but why? You have to give reason. Weight of a body is less at the top of the mountain than the bottom of the mountain. You have to give reason. Weight of a body is more at pole than the equator. Why? A feather and a stone falls together in vacuum. Why? A feather and a stone doesn't fall together in air. We know about this, but what is the reason behind this? Air resistance? If it is so, then you have to describe a little shortly. Weight of a big stone is more than the small stone. G is more at pole than equator. Value of G is 9.83 meter per second square at pole, and it is less at equator, that is 9.78 meter per second square. But what is the reason behind this? Weight of a body is more at Biratnagar than Kathmandu. I want to give you one clue. Biratnagar is in Tarai region and Earth's radius is less at this place, but Kathmandu is in mountain region and Earth's radius is more in Kathmandu region. This is clue. Okay, get it? Weight of a body goes on decreasing as we go up in air. Now I am continuing the same region question. Question number 9. Value of G is 0 in the center of the earth. What is the reason behind this? Weight of a body is measured by spring balance. Why not by beam balance? This is not the question. Why not by beam balance? But why it is measured by using spring balance? Okay, another. Mass of the body cannot be measured in space. It was described nicely in previous class. If you remember, you can answer easily. Mass of the body is measured by beam balance. Yes. What is the reason behind this? A body falls faster at pole than that of the equator. Acceleration due to gravity at pole is more. Acceleration due to gravity at equator is less. That's why a body falls faster at pole. But what is the reason behind this? Newton's law of gravitation is core. Universal law of gravitation. Why? You have to give reason. And value of G varies from place to place of the earth. Certainly it depends upon radius of the earth, which is different in different places of the earth. You have to explain this shortly. Weight of a body decreases as we go up in air. Okay, now let's have another type of question. Write down differences between. If you are told to differentiate, and if you have given 2 points like this, you are told to differentiate gravitation and gravity, then you have to write definition. But here, write down differences between is told. That's why differences means more than one difference. Okay, what are the differences between capital G and small g? Another, gravity and acceleration due to gravity. What are the differences between them? And mass and weight, weightlessness and free fall, centripetal force and centrifugal force. These are the important differences related to gravity, gravitation. Okay, I think you are able to answer all these questions because it was taught in previous class. I told you answer of almost all these questions in previous class except few. Try to answer this question. If you cannot, you can ask question in the comment box. Okay, I want to stop now.